Some stories don't belong in headlines. They belong in whispers, shared in dim corners of city buses or overheard in late-night cafes where dreamers start to question the cost of what they're chasing. This one's about a girl from Milwaukee who went to LA to become a star. She thought she'd find fame. She found something else, waiting behind the curtain.
When I left Milwaukee for LA, I thought I was chasing a dream, but now I know something was chasing me. I was 19, full of ambition, a theater kid with a suitcase and a ring light. I had $800 in my bank account and zero backup plan. But the moment I landed, I felt alive. Los Angeles was glittering and fast and loud. I slept on couches, auditioned for toothpaste commercials, worked part-time at a vegan cafe. Within 2 months, I was getting invited to rooftop mixers and small premieres. Nothing huge, but it felt like I was finally breathing the same air as the people I'd idolized. I even saw Zendaya once at a smoothie bar. She smiled at me, I swear she did. I started vlogging my journey, just short clips on TikTok, behind the scenes at castings, outfits of the day, even crying after rejections. People related to it. My following grew, slowly, then faster, and then he messaged me. The profile had no photo, no posts, just a handle, @TheInviter. The message read, "You've been seen, the doors are about to open, be ready." At first I thought it was spam. I ignored it. But then someone in my comments, a random account I'd never noticed before, said, "She's next, watch her rise." A week later, I got a DM from someone else, a woman this time. She said she represented private industry events for Creative Ascension. She said I had promise, and that they were watching. I asked who they were. She replied with a location pin and one word, "Tonight." It was in the Hollywood Hills. No actual address, just coordinates. I told myself it was probably just a weird influencer house party. I didn't want to go, but I went. I Ubered as far as I could. The rest I walked. The road twisted like a serpent, lined with trees that blocked out the city lights. At the end of the path was a mansion. Old, angular, modern. No music, no cars. Just candlelight flickering behind tinted glass. I almost turned around, but then the door opened on its own, like it had been waiting. Inside, everything felt expensive. Too expensive. Marble floors, statues that looked ancient, soft classical music playing from nowhere. People mingled in slow, quiet groups. They were beautiful. Perfect skin, straight teeth. Some I recognized, influencers, actors, maybe even a few producers I'd seen in Deadline articles. A woman approached me with a clipboard. No smile, no greeting. She held out a paper, non-disclosure. "Do you consent to witness what others cannot?" I signed it. I don't know why. I felt like I had to. The party felt off. No one had phones. No one was drunk. They sipped from delicate crystal glasses filled with thick red liquid that definitely wasn't wine. I wandered down a hallway, lit only by wall sconces. Each room I passed was more surreal. One had a woman sitting on a throne of feathers, staring at a mirror that reflected nothing. Another had 3 men in tuxedos playing cards with no faces. Literally, smooth skin where eyes and mouths should be. Eventually, I found myself back in the main hall. The woman with the clipboard returned. "You're ready," she said. I didn't respond. She led me to a door I hadn't noticed before. Behind it was a dim room, and a man waiting at the end of a long table. He wore all black, sharp features, hands too still, and when he looked at me, I felt like he could see my every secret. "Welcome," he said. "You've made it farther than most." I tried to ask who he was. He raised a hand. "Don't speak," he whispered. "Just listen." He slid a folder toward me. Inside was a contract, not typed, handwritten in crimson ink. The name at the top was mine, spelled perfectly, even the accent over the E in my middle name. I didn't remember telling anyone that. The man leaned in. "We can give you everything," he said. "Fame, money, the world's ear. You'll be remembered for centuries, but only if you're willing to sign." I picked up the pen. It wasn't a pen. It was a silver needle. And the line to sign wasn't on paper. It was a strip of parchment, skin-like. He pushed a small dagger toward me. "Just a drop," he said. "Your essence, your agreement. That's all it takes." I stared at the dagger, then at the others in the room. The ones holding glasses, the ones licking their lips. I stood up. The man didn't move. "You'll regret this," he said calmly. "Your dreams will dry out. Your name will rot in digital shadows. You were chosen." I turned and ran. Back down the hallway, past the mirrors, past the music that had turned into whispering voices. The front door was gone. Only a blank wall remained. I screamed. No one came. I punched the glass. Nothing cracked. Finally, I saw a small hallway to the side. A service exit. I shoved through it and ran into the woods barefoot. Branches cut my legs. I didn't stop, didn't look back. I didn't stop until I hit pavement and flagged down a car. The driver didn't ask questions. He didn't even speak. He just drove. I deleted my TikTok the next morning, deleted my vlogs, changed my number. That should have been the end. But 3 days later, I got a letter. No return address. Inside was a photo. Me, sitting at the long table, smiling, pen in hand. Like I had signed. But I never signed. Right?